Are you someone like me who says yes to a whole load of things just to make people feel comfortable and happy? Are you frequently tired or stressed or unhappy with how those things play out? Do you feel put upon, and do you wonder why it's always you that gets asked to do the stuff? Do you sit and wonder what the other 80% of people in your community or in your family or in your life are up to while you are running around like a lunatic? That's been me for the longest while. My name's Antoinette and I'm going live every Sunday. And this year I'm focusing on life lessons for little a, little me. Things I would love my bold 20-year-old self to know as I approach 50. So in my late 30s, a wise person challenged me and said that every time I said yes to the wrong thing, that I was saying no to something that God had set aside especially for me to do. And that thing would be life-giving as opposed to my guilty, dutiful, needy feelings that made me say, yes, I can do that to you, triggered response, do that for you. So that whole conversation really stopped me in my tracks, and it made me think quite deeply at the time. It made me question why I said yes so often, and especially when I knew then and there that I actually wanted to say no. I realised over the years, because it's not been a lesson that I have learnt readily and still have to keep pruning myself on that, but I realised that this is all part of my people-pleasing mentality and a desire to fit in. There's a desire in me not to leave a bad impression behind, both for me and for those who would follow on after me. A desire to belong, that's a massive one for me, and a desire to be liked and wanted, and even, dare I say, needed. The challenge, of course, is that I would often end up doing things or being in situations that didn't quite fit my skill set or didn't set my heart on fire. Has that ever happened to you? Now, don't get me wrong, there are times when we have to be in places of discomfort to enable us to grow. That's really important. But let's let that be dictated by God or even you, me, not somebody else's agenda. Because I think that the end of the road of the wrong yeses is invariably burnout central, depression zone, like anxiety annex or conflict cul-de-sac. These are not great places to visit. Saying yes to the right things allows us to operate using all of our gifts and skills. The energy that we bring to that yes will be positive. It will feel easier, and it will actually make those around you more joy-filled too as they watch you work out in your flow. And even when it's difficult to do that thing, because you've said yes from the right place, you'll have clarity on why you're in that difficult situation. I mean, what's the worst that could happen with a no, right? My foster mum always used to say, you can ask me anything, but expect two answers, yes and no. And that rings in my ears till now, really. Because if the person asking you can't accept your no, are they really the best person to have in your hemisphere? So here is what I would say to little a. So, little a, know that saying no to something is okay. In fact, it's important for you and for them. It allows them to find the right person to help them with whatever it is they need doing. And you, little a, need to save your energy and skills for those things that are for you. Furthermore, audit your life regularly and don't be afraid to prune things, people, and situations that are no longer right. Saying yes to you also means the best for those around you as you thrive and you let your light shine. If you're listening for once, like the first time, or you're a regular listener, please do comment. It gives me so much joy to hear your thoughts, even if you disagree. It tells me that there are people out there and that I'm not just having like a little folly every Sunday evening. Actually, to be fair, if it is a folly, I will still keep going because it gives me so much joy. But just to close, as always, here is what I would continue to say to little A. You're powerful, little A. Be brave, be bold, be kind. Choose joy. See you next week, everyone.